Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice.
Hey, toy fans, welcome to our Toy Addictions, your source for what was then, what's now, and what's about to be in the world of toys. From Atco to Valverse, we talk about it all. There's something for everyone in our coffers of toy joys, so without further ado, let's talk little plastic people and things. I'm Matt, producer of this trip down the toys rabbit hole. To my right, that wacky lover of all things, Bobby Valla, Aaron of 6 Inch. And across the table, the host and favorite seller of everything, Scalper Ron. Let's hit it!
Good evening, gentlemen. How we doing tonight?
We doing.
Nice,
Sunday,
nice.
Bloody Sunday.
It is. Actually, yes, in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were busy yesterday, so we had to push the show off one day, but we did not want to miss a week, so we decided to do it Sunday evening.
Yep.
And in celebration of Sunday, I made Bloodies.
Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
I started making them today. So were they good? Were they bad? Were they?
I liked them.
All right.
I liked them. I mean, he didn't use a typical Bloody Mary mix. I consider myself a Bloody Mary aficionado. I go to the Bloody Mary Festival every year in Milwaukee.
Never been a fan of them, but I try them every once in a while. Still not a fan.
Yeah, I know. I like them. I usually use a Bloody Mary mix in mine, though. I've got one at home that we've been there 2 years now, and it's like the best mix ever. I'll have to bring it sometime.
So it's a mix and vodka, and that's it.
No, I mean, you can put other stuff. You put your own pepper in it. You might put your own Worcestershire in it, but it's got a base on it. You really don't need to put anything in it. It's like getting that bag of tequilas or that bag of like
bag of dicks.
margaritas. It's just like the margarita mix. You just throw a little
Okay.
whatever in it.
Whatever you want. Okay, so you could drink it like that, or you can just jazz it up.
It's more. I think the mixes are better for like garnishes, because then like you focus more on the garnishes. Like you go up there and, dude, I literally got a Bloody Mary this past year that had a grilled cheese sandwich on it, which is perfect because you think about grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup. Bloody Marys, tomato soup, substitute.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense.
I get it. So,
but enough about Bloody Marys. This is a show about toys.
And before we get started, the camera took a shit again, so
Yeah, that's right.
we'll have to explain things to people.
That's fine.
That are on the screen
you guys
behind
can look at the pictures. I don't know if you guys caught. So it actually worked out good for us that we missed yesterday morning because day 2 of Hasbro PulseCon was yesterday.
Yes,
so
it was.
I was able to watch. I don't think you guys watched show 2. I watched show 2. I watched the whole G.I. Joe panel.
It's kind of at a family thing, so I didn't get a chance to watch any of it. So.
I know you were busy. I don't know what you. Well, you were out with your daughter for her birthday.
Yeah, it was her birthday weekend. We went to Wicked. Went out to get some a crab boil.
Wicked cool, bro.
So it was a fun day.
So yeah,
Crazy,
so
but
I did my job for the show yesterday. I watched some PulseCon panels. I couldn't make it through like the EverQuest panel. That's just no,
too much.
Not my thing. There was a lot of awkwardness in there. Like guys like, hey, yeah. So what did you think, Charlie? It was like the weirdest thing.
Nice.
But I caught.
Excuse me.
The new Hasbro did some name reveals. They did some digital render reveals. They put some stuff up for pre-order for the classified line.
Okay.
They announced a new Indiana Jones 2 lines.
Yes.
And then they did a bunch of Star Wars reveals, which I caught most of, but I'm not really a big Star Wars guy. So, so we'll get into that a little bit today.
Nice.
Actually, we'll get into that a bit today. I don't know if we really have a topic to talk about this week, but there's a lot to review from the show. I know you guys probably have some Transformers thoughts on what came out on day 1.
Actually, like I said, I didn't get to see any of it, so...
Well, we can pull it up.
Yeah.
So
let's pull it up.
Yeah, so we'll do a quick review of day 1 Transformers stuff for you gents. Let's see. What else?
I did see some of what's coming around.
Yeah.
I dug that Prime, the Lion Prime.
Yeah, I did see that one. So before we get into the Transformers, day 1 on PulseCon, they started with Fortnite. A bunch of reveals there, some cool stuff for the Fortnite people. Power Rangers looks like they got some more cool stuff coming out there. Then they did Transformers. They finished the day with Marvel reveals. There's a really badass box set that they actually didn't even review. It just went up for pre-orders. It's a 3-pack of Daredevil, Bullseye, and Elektra in all white.
Really?
The Elektra looks amazing. I mean, all the figures actually look amazing, but it's the all-red Daredevil with the red Ds on the chest. I mean, this is like the quintessential version. Unfortunately, I'm not paying $75 for the set to get that Daredevil.
Yeah, right.
If I can find it for $20 on the Bay, maybe. But, yeah, Daredevil's always kind of sneakily been one of my favorites, hence the little keychain I got on my mic here.
Yep.
So, but yeah, let's take a look at the Transformers stuff. So if we go into the pre-orders page, we can kind of give you a list of what happened.
The Leo convoy I thought was kind of neat, but I'm kind of over it already.
What line is he from?
He's from Beast Wars.
Oh, wait. Well, he's not a gorilla.
No, he's a lion.
No, it's the Japanese.
Oh,
continuity,
okay.
yeah.
So this is Japanese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me sort this out by PulseCon products.
PulseCon.
This is all Star Wars stuff. My apologies, I didn't have this page set up better.
That should have been.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
It's mostly
there's
here. There we go.
there's really only one or two in here that I'm interested in, and I'm really disappointed in the one. Needle Nose, I want him just because he's a Target Master.
Okay.
You know, I kind of like the Target Masters and the Headmasters.
All right, so
I don't think they needed to do a
there-
legacy or I'm sorry
there is this. I wanted to get your take on this. They did a light bright wall art thing, which is like one of those Lego things. It looks really cool, but
It
for
does.
$100,
It does.
No, it's not a Lego thing. It's an actual light.
No,
bright.
that's what I'm saying. It looks like one of those Lego things where it's like the
Oh, yeah,
pixelated
yeah,
art
yeah.
things. Apparently,
Yeah, I thought-
obviously this one lights up being a light bright, but for $99,
I thought it was pretty steep myself.
Well,
It looks
at least
cool,
the
though.
Legos, you get 2 or 3 different. You could build one and take it apart and build a different picture for 140, 130 to
Right,
140.
there's always like 2
You
or
could
3
buy.
pictures,
You could
yeah.
build 2 or 3.
I was in a Cracker Barrel today, and I could have bought a light bright that was 12 inches by 10 inches.
Wow.
That probably would have fit that. I mean, could have made a picture of that.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Smaller, but
Yeah, I don't
and
know-
you can still order those pegs. People still make those pegs.
Yeah. I don't-
Okay.
I don't know what the details on the size of that wall art was, but yeah,
Well, it was
Needle
pretty. It
nose.
was pretty good size. It was like 15
Yeah.
by 15 or something. I
Okay.
thought,
yeah, I'm sure it'll be in here.
but
Largest light bright, yeah, it's 16 by 16. So my take on it, I'd rather have like a full body action picture. Like this is basically, I mean, it's not even really like his head and his chest. It's just like his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I it's cool,
You know.
but I don't know.
I mean,
$100.
there's great detail on it for
Yeah,
being a
100
light bright. But
$100 I couldn't do.
yeah, that's just okay.
Other
Yeah.
than that, really, the biggest disappointment I think was that breakdown, the last part to Menasor,
Yeah, so
because it's supposed to be a Lamborghini Countach, and they just repainted Wild Rider
up right.
and put a spoiler on the back of them.
So they did. So they released for the little like 3-inch versions. They got a Sludge coming out, Sound Blaster in
Slug
black.
or Slag.
Slug, was that Slug? I thought
That's
this is
Sludge, but they have
yeah. Then they got a Slug coming out. So they look pretty cool for the minis. I mean,
know,
they're true to the original with the gold heads and the gold tail.
I wish they would combine. That'd be kind of cool.
I was kind of thinking that myself. If they combined, that would be kind of neat.
So yeah. So here's the
Like,
breakdown.
So
collect.
breakdown's the last Menasor.
Breakdown
piece?
is the last piece to Menasor, yeah.
Yeah.
And who was the third piece? The fourth piece.
Dead End.
Dead End. And he's already been on pre-order?
Yeah, he's already up for pre-order.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So Wild Rider. Or no, I'm sorry. Breakdown. Needle Nose.
So Needle Nose, you said is a. I don't want to get into too much detail.
He's one of the
he's a
later
triple, right?
He's one of the later Target Masters.
Okay.
The later Target the earlier Target Masters actually came with a figure that turned into a gun.
Oh,
Whereas
yeah.
The later Target
Yeah.
Masters are just like a little stamped plastic figure that they don't fold up or nothing.
Oh.
They just have like a little
okay.
barrel that flips out of their backside.
Yeah.
Is all.
He's not a triple changer.
No.
I think is what you were asking, right?
Oh, so I'm thinking of the one that just popped into stores that I've been seeing is the tank in the tank in the plane.
Oh, Blitzwing you're talking
Yes,
about.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
popping up around here and there.
I took a look at the box, on that, and I because I saw one in Missouri yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I took a look at the box art, and just that I couldn't get it. I couldn't pick it up, man.
No,
no, it's just
he's a pricey guy. He's a 50,
his
right?
alt mode as a tank just looks too stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his alt mode as a plane looks horrible, absolutely horrible.
The robot looks good.
The robot doesn't look too bad, but I mean, his alt modes are. I couldn't swing it.
I'm excited about Scrap
So-
Hook because I think the Junkions are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So another. Yeah. I was saying.
He's another parts former, I think, if I remember right.
So the reveals for the line, and we can go back and touch on these.
Sure,
So
sure.
they did an Armada Universe Hotshot, Evolution Scrap Hook, Evolution Comic Universe Tarn, which it caught my eye because he's got a mask that looks like the Decepticon logo. So I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a story there.
I actually don't know much about that character. I need to read more up on him.
The Evolution Maximal Leo Prime looks pretty cool. The white lion with the golden mane. Shattered Glass Soundwave. He's basically white with some kind of I wouldn't call it baby blue, but like lighter blue accents. He looks pretty sweet. They've got this Generations Legacy: A Hero Is Born
That set I'd
2-pack.
like to get. I like that. I like the Orion packs in that, but I really like what they
Yeah.
did with the.
The Optimus.
No, the
Or is that who this is? This Orion Pax here?
Orion packs is the one on the right. Yeah,
Okay.
not Vector Sigma. Oh my God,
Well, let's
I'm
see.
feeling all stupid being the nut here.
Orion Pax is
Alpha
brought to
Trion.
Alpha
Alpha
Trion.
Trion.
Yeah, he was reborn as Optimus Prime.
Alpha.
Okay, so he was Orion Pax reborn as Optimus Prime. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Orion Pax is who became Optimus Prime.
Right, yeah. Yeah, where Orion Pax is brought to Alpha Trion and is reborn as Optimus Prime. When your deadly blast from Megatron leaves Orion Pax in desperate need of repairs.
I suppose it does read like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just the description I'm reading. Didn't write it. I just read them.
Wait, real quick. Who was who were the limbs for what's his name? I'm having a
Menasor?
Oh, for Menasor?
Menasor. Thank you.
You got Drag Strip,
Yeah.
Wild Rider,
Yes.
Dead End, and Breakdown.
Dead End and Dead End. Okay.
Breakdown. Go ahead and
Dead
give it
End.
to me.
Dead End. Okay. Cool. I was
yeah.
having a brain cramp for a second.
So those are all the Transformers reveals. So what do you guys want to touch on quickly?
I like that 2-pack. I like that 2-pack a lot.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can eventually pick it up.
That Tarn looks pretty badass.
All
He
right.
looks kind of cool.
So what does it say?
I'm not sure I'm so hep on actually picking him up. I'm the reiterations of the G1 stuff I think has been fantastic so far. That's pretty much what I've been grabbing.
All right.
Okay.
That's
So,
interesting.
but some of the newer continuity stuff, and like I said, I don't know much about the character either. So
it says Transformers toys are upgraded with Evo Fusion technology. In the paragraph above it states the battle is evolving with the Transformers Legacy Evolution Comic Universe Tarn action figure. Okay, fine, call him an action figure. Tarn is fiercely loyal to the Decepticon cause, taking his allegiance so far as to affix the Decepticon insignia to his own face. That's pretty baller. That's pretty baller. It looks cool as hell too.
I got to admit, it's a really good looking figure.
So
it really is.
How tall is he?
I'd like to know more about the character though.
Yeah, he looks like he transforms into like a sweet kind of Star Wars-ish type hover tank. Let's see, what does it say? How tall he stands?
7 inches.
Yeah, I think he's
scaled
one.
to
I think
7,
he's the middle
Yeah.
class one.
scales to 7. But I mean, if his pictures
Excuse me.
are any indication to the pictures that were next to it, I'd say he's probably 9 to 10 inches.
Okay.
I mean, he just looks bigger in his picture next to the others than.
He does. He looks giant. He
I mean,
looks really big.
Yeah, he looks like he stands a bit taller. So, yeah, I mean, he's got to be, I'd say, like 9 inches. So, yeah, and right now they're all available for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse. Doesn't look like anything's sold out. I don't think I have my filter set to show, what's been sold out. So, wow, a G.I. Joe Fortnite Victory Royale Series Katana collaboration with Fortnite. Oh, wow, it's like life size. Sort of life size.
Sort of life size.
$40. The price caught my eye. I was like, that can't be real. Because I know GameStop actually has a Katana. What are those things called? Like you get like Thor's hammer, Cap's shield.
Oh
the
yeah,
helmets, like a lifelike replica.
Yeah,
or a life-size replica.
They're
for
for
like
the
$100
Legends
bucks.
line. Yeah,
and they did one for the sword. So, so the Tarn is pretty cool. I mean, I like that one. So you like the Heroes Born 2-pack then?
Yeah.
Okay, $65 a fair price for these?
They're about. I think it's not bad.
Is that that's only the second? I'm sorry, that's the second time Orion's only been out, right?
As far as I know, that would be the third iteration of him. I believe
The third, because I have
third or fourth.
Because I have the one.
They have one that was done actually in the G1 mold, like the actual.
Yeah,
because he was based on Cup. So
That-
they did one in the actual G1 mold, and I think that was only available in Japan. And when they
The box art looks pretty cool.
when they reissued the
yeah.
classic series,
Okay.
and then there was another one down the road, but I don't know how far that one went. But then there's the Orion packs that comes with that 1 liter class Optimus Prime, where he combines with his trailer.
Yes, and he makes.
And then there's this one.
Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Cool
I like it. I like it.
So, yep. So they're all still available on Hasbro Pulse if you want to go check them out. All right, let's find the next PulseCon products here. So we'll touch on the Joe line. I've got thoughts. Not too many thoughts. I actually want to talk about something else that was revealed.
I have thoughts.
I didn't even know about it until about a week or so before PulseCon started.
Okay.
So, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I think those Fortnite figures are actually pretty cool. I'm not
They
going to
do.
collect them. They are kind of pretty badass.
There's some of them are interesting. Yeah,
They are.
if I played that game, I would probably definitely collect some of those figures. There's a ton. That's why it's
Is there-
great for toys,
Okay.
because there's a ton of figures, variations of figures. Because I think, like, let's say there's 30 characters in Fortnite, and I'm probably wrong, but each character gets like 8 skins.
Right.
It's
right.
just
right.
so limitless for what you can do. So
No,
then you
that's
got all
pretty
kinds
cool.
of different guns and weapons packs you could do. So the big G.I. Joe reveals this weekend. On Friday, they did a real quick name drop of Hawk and Tripwire. So they're coming to the line at some point. And right now, they're saying that all of the name reveals are going to be available next year in 2023, probably the second half of the year. Name reveals that they dropped on Saturday afternoon, or Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday afternoon. It was 1 o'clock. Snow Serpents. They're coming out with Snow Serpents. Buzzer for the Dreadnoks.
Okay.
And I believe, I got to go back and look. I know there's like a dozen or so name drops already out there that they haven't shown yet. I want to say that Ripper and Torch are already name dropped. So that would complete the original four.
The original four.
Zartan and his Dreadnoks.
And his
then-
daughter's coming out too. So
Who's?
his daughter.
Zarana?
Yeah.
It's his sister.
That's what I meant.
Zanya is his
Zanya.
daughter. That's all right. It's cool. That's why you got me.
Zorana.
Another Cobra Trooper. Female Cobra Trooper.
A female Cobra Trooper.
Oh.
So yeah, so they're doing female Cobra Troopers, and this one's gonna. It's so hard to understand Emily because she cackles like she gets halfway through a sentence and she starts laughing.
She's
So
such a
sometimes I
twit.
can't pick up what she's saying. It sounds like this one's gonna be set up differently than the Cobra Troopers. They're not just taking like the design of the current Cobra Troopers and like making it a female. Like they're actually changing the costume and stuff.
Okay.
So
okay.
Sounds like it's going to be all new. Digital renders that were revealed, and I got some. You guys haven't seen any of the digital renders, have you?
No.
All right, let me see if I can find them for you guys to critique on them. So, the digital renders that were revealed were for Rock and Roll, Bazooka, Torpedo, Copperhead, and Shipwreck. And those are all set to be available, I think, spring/summer of 2003.
2023.
Yeah.
I
Did I
say,
say
we,
23? Yeah.
they'd be long gone by now.
What did I say? Yeah, I was trying to get these downloaded from my phone, but I couldn't get it to work. And I did not spend the time finding them on my computer while we were reformatting our camera, or trying to reformat the camera, because I was
Which,
watching.
I'm gonna put a
YouTube
different card
videos.
in that thing. I don't know what the
Yes.
hell's going wrong with it.
YouTube.
So, let me see if I can find some images here.
Well,
real
eventually
quick.
going to get up there.
But here we go. G.I. Joe digital reveals.
I think I saw some of them on Viper Island the other day.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So here's the rock and roll. Kind of an updated take, but it's somewhat the original. Come on, load, you bastard.
You dumb bastard.
Oh my God, it's taking forever. Okay. So here's the rock and roll. I like that they put the tattoos on him. I like the kind of updated modern helmet.
Sure.
You got the cross bandoliers on him, which you need that. He's got the classic
I was gonna
M60
say, it's not
gun.
rock and roll without those
Right.
bandoliers on.
Exactly. He's got apparently he's got a devil tattoo on his hand. This right here is rock and roll horns.
Seriously.
This hand, so he comes with extra hands.
Okay.
Aside from his trigger finger hands, you get a fist on the right arm and rock and roll devil horns in the left arm.
That's cool.
And that's the hand that has the devil tattoo on it. I like how they changed the color of the shirt. He's still a green shirt. He's got green pants, brown boots, brown knee pads.
Yeah.
You know, brown holsters.
It's nice
He's got
to get a
brown
little
belt. But he's got like
variation.
the lighter beige, mostly lighter beige shirt with kind of basically green shoulders. I like what they did with the beard. I mean, it's a full-on beard.
It's like
they
what's
made
his name
him
from Valaverse.
They connected him with the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like this version of rock and roll. He's an 82. Like I stated to you guys before the show, anything 82 to 87, I'm probably still on it for classified. Everything else I think I'm backing off of. So, I mean, I like the take on this figure. I thought they did him justice. I liked how they modernized him,
Yeah.
but harkened back to the original. I don't know how I feel about just straight up remaking figures off the originals. Like I kind of want a bit of a modern touch. Like I like
Sure.
the Duke. I like what they did with Duke. Like give him the gauntlets, maybe not paint him gold. Maybe they make better choices on the colors, but you know, I think right here is kind of a nice balance. Like you change it a little bit, but you make it
It's the same but
homage
different.
to the original, right?
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
but different. And now this figure reminds me off of a version that was released in I think 2011 or 2012 after the Rise of Cobra movie line. He was a figure called Bench Press. And he was a heavy gunner, big, huge, muscular body. He had tattoos on him. And everybody was like, oh, who's that guy? He had a boonie hat on.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually saw the figure in Toys R Us, and I should have bought him then, I don't know why I passed up on him, Craig S. McConnell. That's Rock and Roll's real name.
Oh, okay.
So they it's like they had to rebrand him into somebody else. They lost the rights, and I'm thinking that they got the rights back to call him Rock and Roll again.
Okay.
So that's Rock and Roll. They did a digital reveal on the original Bazooka figure.
That's cool. I like that.
He doesn't come with anything. I believe just his backpack, his helmet, and his bazooka. He doesn't even have like a leg holster for a pistol or anything like that.
Kind of
That's all he came with as a 3 3/4.
Right. Well, but Rock and Roll didn't come with a pistol, but he came with a holster and a pistol. I mean, it was on his leg.
Yeah.
I think Bazooka had something on his leg, but maybe it was a canteen or something. I don't know. So overall, I think it's well done. I like the way that the colors pop. You know, the
football jersey.
the 14. I mean, I like the facial expression. It's kind of crooked. I mean, it's a good mustache.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got the green wristbands. This is basically classic, straight up classic remake 6-inch version of Bazooka. But I'll probably pick him up. He wasn't my favorite character. I don't know how hard I'm going to work to get him. But Rock and Roll was the first G.I. Joe I ever had, so I'll probably get him.
Yeah, me too.
We've always talked about that.
I think you had a swivel and I had a straight arm.
Yeah, because I didn't start getting mine until 83 when I was 5, so I was already getting the 1.5 series. So, but yeah, if I find Bazooka in the store, I'll pick him up. You know, he's a regular release. He's not Cobra Island. So, what was the other one? Torpedo. Now, Torpedo looks fantastic.
That looks really cool.
Like
They did a pretty nice job on him.
the details on his harpoon gun. He's got the little rope that he ties
Goes
around
on
his arm.
wrist. Yeah.
The knife. I mean, he's got like a shark knife with all the extra different serrations on it and stuff. The flippers look amazing. Just the uniform looks great.
I like his scuba gear.
And I believe they said that you can separate the mask from the scuba gear. I think the hoses come out of the side here, so you can put just the scuba gear on his face.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think I feel like there's updates on here that I just can't see in the digital render, but I feel like they stayed true to the original, yet they still kind of updated them to modern times.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good mix. I'll probably look for Torpedo. Again, I didn't really have him as a kid. Not one of my favorites. I do like the character. I always liked him in the cartoon. If I was at a store and I had Bazooka and Torpedo in my hand and I could only buy one, I'd probably buy the Torpedo.
Really?
So, yeah. That's how I'm going to start judging my toys. Copperhead.
Gotta have Copperhead.
Now, apparently they talked about doing a removable helmet on him, but they realized that the helmet was...
It's part of the character.
Yeah, right. And when they tried to do... They did mold it up with it because they wanted to give him like a really mean face. And it sounded like the helmet just kind of got too big and lost some of its character.
Yeah.
So they decided to do it as one piece. It's not removable, but they put a lot of character in the eyes. I mean, he looks mean as hell.
Yeah. My favorite part about him is that big damn ass pistol he's carrying.
So
I want to say that's
The 88
modeled. I want to
Magnum?
say that's modeled after a 500 or a 455 Casull.
oh, this guy up here with the
Yeah.
scope on it.
Yeah. That's,
So
that's
the
88
barrel on it.
Magnum.
The Ruger
88.
is this a
Magnum.
Ruger?
Yeah.
This one goes in his leg.
So Walter, it's a
Walter P38. There
yeah.
you go. So it's a Megatron. So the Megatron goes in his leg. The
No, that's
machete-
not a P30. That's a Luger.
Is
that
it
is
a Luger?
Okay.
That's a Luger.
So the Luger goes on his leg. The machete goes in this little sheath right here on his waist. There's actually a backpack that this slides into.
So what goes on his chest?
I don't know what goes in there.
Because that looks like another holster.
I would think now. Lenny said that this goes in a thing on his back.
Sure.
But to me, it looks like this goes in his chest, and this
That
one goes
goes
in
in
his
See,
leg.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
So-
that one goes on his hip there.
But
I'm surprised they didn't put him with his vehicle. Because he has a small enough
wa-
vehicle to be a 6-inch.
Is it though? Water moccasin's about the same size as a his tank.
Is it?
I mean, it could be. It could definitely be
It
a
could be.
HasLab.
It could
It
be.
could definitely be a HasLab.
Yeah.
So, but I agree with you. It'd be nice to get a water moccasin. It was always one of my favorites. My brother had it. I always played with it. And he is scaled up like.
The neighbor had a pool, man. That's where mine always stayed.
That's where your stuff was.
That's where my water moccasin always was, man.
He is scaled a little larger, so he's more in the scale of like Gung Ho and Roadblock.
Crocmaster
So he's a little
type.
bit bigger. And Crocmaster, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good, because he is a bigger. He's a bigger.
There was a surprise on the shipwreck reveal that I caught right away.
His hair?
His hat comes off and you can put hair on him. So when he goes out on the town on the weekends,
Like Lady J.
apparently Pirate has a pirate. His Polly has a peg leg, so he's like a pirate.
A pirate bird.
Pirate bird. They purposely set Polly up so he's looking at shipwreck. So like he's just like always watching him. Like it's just,
Okay.
like there's the interaction between the two of them all the time.
Sure.
But he comes with. So this is actually a double-barreled break-open shotgun,
That's
like the original
badass.
figure that he came with, and I'm sure that goes in the holster here on his waist.
The bigger holster, I could tell.
Looks like an M9. Just goes in his leg, and then he comes with his hook. I'm guessing he's got to come with a rope that comes with.
I
his
would
hook,
imagine there's got to be some sort of rope that
because
comes with it.
he came with that
Yeah.
in the original figure. One of the things that they were pointing out is the weathering. They put like weathering on his blue jeans.
Okay.
So
You could tell
kinda
almost
see
like a
on the thighs.
stonewash.
Yeah. So it just kind of gives him some more character. He's got a little bit of a wrap, which I do remember he had a wrap under his gloves
Now,
in the cartoon.
now, what tattoo did they give him? The anchor or the shark?
Looks like they gave him
maybe one of
two.
each. He's got one on each arm. So I don't know. They didn't get into that. They were talking about the tattoos on the figures
He
between him
is
and Rock and Roll.
awesome looking.
They put some chest hair stampo on him too, and I can show you that when I show you the Outback later. They put arm hair on Outback.
Oh, did they?
Like red, which was on the Tiger Force release, but they had to change it over to red for the new release. The tattoos are not just like black stampo. They did like that kind of off blue color.
Yeah.
So it
Make
looks like
look more
ink.
like so it looks more like ink when it settles into the skin. So they really paid attention to details like that. So
Okay.
I'll probably get Shipwreck. I remember getting Shipwreck. I was out at the shopping mall with my mom and my grandma Bernita when I was probably 85. I was 7, maybe 8 by that time. And I was in the car. It was dark. We were in the 85 Monte Carlo on the way home, and I opened him up, and I dropped the fucking gun in the seat.
I was going to say you lost the gun in the seat. I remember that.
Oh, really?
My Shipwreck always had his rope and his hook, but he never had.
Well, the
and
rope's
I
on
had
his
Polly.
chest.
And the rope does come off. But there was a rope. The original figure came with like a
an
black
actual string?
that came
Okay.
with his hooks.
Okay.
I never had the gun for Shipwreck.
I like
So
to see
as
pictures
soon
of
as I
him.
opened him, he was incomplete.
I like to see pictures of him with his hair and not his hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for him. I don't know. Hopefully, Hasbro does some reveals on
That's cool.
Instagram later on. But I thought it was a nice touch. I mean, honestly, I think it looks. I think it works well with Lady J. She's
Yes.
got a goofy face sculpt, but I think the feature works well for her.
Sure.
And then, we'll just stay here because the pictures are going to be clearer. So the pre-orders that went live were Serpentor, which I was able to get one for Matt and myself. Unfortunately, they were $80.
Yeah.
So that Air Chariot better friggin' be worth it. Marauders Barbecue, Slaughter's Marauders Barbecue, which let me see if I can scroll down to that
He
one
was
first.
no.
They have this listed as Mad Marauders. So it's kind of odd that
Can they use his name?
They should be able to use Slaughter's Marauders because they have the rights
Because
for him
they
now.
have okay.
But I'm wondering if the idea was to release if he's technically coming out before Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, is he?
So they didn't, maybe depending on how they did it, they didn't want to give it away. Be like, oh, if they have the name to use Slaughter's Marauders, they have the name to use the character.
So my question is, not to get off topic, but it's not really. Why come out with him first? I know they already have the tooling for him, but they literally just came out with him within the last 8 months.
So what I've heard,
No, it's been almost a year.
Yeah, he came out last year. So there was a video about this on Spectre Creative, and that basically when you do a toy line, about 25% of every wave that comes out kind of needs to be a repaint, because even the sales of those figures help pay for new tooling for the next wave,
Sure.
or new decos. So that's why you're going to get a lot of these repaints. And the fact that G.I. Joe does as many repaints and repacks as they do, that tells me that they really do want the line to last. But I mean, honestly, they got to figure out a lot of stuff. I mean, they got to figure out a lot of logistics problems. If they get a lot of their logistics out of the way, cleared up,
sure.
This line's going to flourish even more than it does now. Kind of gets back to the comment I made last week about the Analog Toys video, where he's saying that the line's just not popular and Hasbro doesn't make any, and I think it's the opposite. I think the line is super popular, and they're so popular that they just sell out that fast. So, I think that because I noticed that there was a difference in the first couple waves of figures,
Sure.
to the waves that are coming out now. Yeah, you still gotta work a little harder for it than you do other lines, but they're a lot easier to get a hold of now than they used to be. So, delivery times are still
wacky.
Yeah, there was a really good. I posted it on our webpage. I don't know if you guys caught it. I caught a video by Nerd Zoic yesterday where he was talking about what the hell is Hasbro doing with their dates, because I swear to God, I was actually looking at all the figures I had on pre-order not too long ago, and let's say there's 25 figures on pre-order right now, 18 of them are all due to come out April 1st, 2023. There's no way that there's 23 figures being released on that date, which tells me that Hasbro has no idea when all the stuff is going to be here.
That's what I've been saying, because
I don't think they can come out and say TBD because they want your money, and they can't just say, it's coming when it comes.
Crimson Guards are hitting right now. They're actually hitting stores, and they weren't supposed to be out until January.
I was going to say, here's the screwed up thing. People have been getting their Crimson Guards, and I think Zorano was the other one. Actually,
yeah, it's actually not the Crimson Twins. Crimson Twins are available in Malaysia, so there's a lot of people that have them in hand already, but they're paying $50 a piece.
No, there's been people that have been getting the Crimson Guard.
No. But
but it's coming from BBTS.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah. So it's Hasbro doesn't
mine's
even know.
Not coming. I don't know who's getting. Who got their. Maybe it's people who ordered before I did, but mine's not coming yet.
Yeah. So they must have gotten maybe half their orders in. But that's the thing, is how does Hasbro not even know if some of their shipments are going to their other their e-tailers?
But I mean, the other thing is I would figure BBTS has got them going out. I mean, Pulse would at least have some going out too.
Well,
because they're both one of the ones that behind all the retailers.
But that's that exclusivity. If you're not Pulse, you want that window of 3 to 4 months for people to go to your site to buy them, not Pulse. That's the deal that Hasbro signs with their vendors.
I know that, but I mean, I've seen them. I mean, I've seen it happen. It's come
maybe
out,
the window. Maybe
it's
the
hit
window
BBTS and it's left BBTS, and not everybody got their stuff from BBTS. But Pulse has started going out too. I mean, I've seen that once. I've seen that once already because it happened to me with my last order.
Okay,
it was a pre-order. BBTS saw their lot go out, and then mine shipped out 3 days later from Pulse.
It kind of feels like with all that exclusivity window stuff, I think everybody's just kind of all hands on deck at the moment.
Yeah,
and
I don't think anybody knows what the hell is going on.
So the next one that was released, that was revealed, was the Crimson Bat. This was actually the figure that sold out before the Serpentor. I mean, it looks pretty nice. I like that they went red.
It's a troop builder.
Yeah, but I like the fact they went red and gray, not red and black on everything. There is a cool touch to it that was pointed out by Lenny, is that on the chest plate there is a serial number as if they were being issued to the Crimson Twins.
Oh, okay.
So it's I think that's pretty cool. Now what's going to suck is when it's the same number for every single figure, and you've got 13 of them standing up, and you've got 13 of serial number 1425689 TK12.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like somebody at the Crimson Bat Factory didn't change the numbers. So nice figure. I'm probably going to pass on him. I put him on pre-order. Matt thought he was cool. I saw a slot open up last night, or on Saturday night. So last night. So I put one on pre-order for him. I'm not going to want him. If Matt doesn't want him, I'll cancel that pre-order. But nice figure, just not for me. I'm going to pass on this one. Falcon. I'll go back up to the top here. Falcon was one of my favorites as a kid. I like the fact that he is the stepbrother to Duke in the storyline. Never a big Duke guy, but I always liked Falcon. So, and Falcon was a major player in the G.I. Joe movie in '87.
Yes.
So he was always one of my
And
favorites.
he's related to somebody in Valaverse, right?
Vincent Falcone.
Valaverse?
Oh, you mean in the comics?
Yeah.
No, the theory, and it can't be stated yay or nay either way. The theory is that Condor is actually he was orphaned and then found and raised by Flint and Lady J.
Oh, Flint.
Yep.
Not Falcon, Flint.
You got the beret part down, but
yeah.
everything else is wrong.
I actually, I think he's a pretty badass figure.
Yeah, so I always like the radio on his back, the shotgun. If you can see here, the
They really do those. I mean, they got the AR-12 down.
What am I thinking here? The stock folds up
to make it a pistol grip.
It's a Spaz 12, yeah. So it's a pistol grip shotgun. But I looked at it, I was like, ooh, that looks like it might fold up. And I finally saw a picture later on where the stock was folded up. So
that's
really
cool.
good detail. He's another figure that they didn't really modernize him. They basically just made him exactly like the original. But I don't want to say like, well, when it's perfect, why change it? But I mean, I don't really know what you can update for him, to be honest.
No, he's an army. He's a military figure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
so I like the Falcon. I put him on pre-order. Definitely going to get him. He was always one of my favorites as a kid, and he slots right into that 87 slot of the figures that I'm still looking for.
Okay.
So then the next one was Outback. Let's see who's Outback was next. So the original Outback, I think they did very good. They got the straps on the shoulder for the big backpack. They kind of updated his gun a little bit. This shovel attaches to one of the pegs on the backpack.
Which this is like the Target exclusive coming out.
No. So this is
the
a
Target
repaint.
exclusive is the
Tiger Force is the Target exclusive. This is a repaint. This is mainline.
This is mainline, but same accessories.
Same figure, I believe. Same accessories.
Okay.
I gotta go back and compare the Tiger Force version. The shovel might be new.
Now, if you could take the torso, because I kind of like the lion head. Well, that's a Tiger Force, the tiger head. But I like the the head.
You can,
because that one's white hair, right?
I've customized these figures. You can pop these legs off. The crotch on these figures is basically just like a rubber sleeve that goes over the plastic buck of the hips. So you could just heat them up, pop the legs off, pop the rubber piece off here, just swap them onto the tiger body.
Okay.
The difference is if you put this head on the other figure, he's going to have red hair and a beard, and he's going to have gray arm hair.
Oh.
So I don't know if you can see it on this picture, but you can see like they gave him arm hair. He's like a hairy dude.
Yeah.
So apparently he's got that arm hair on the Tiger Force version too. It matches his hair color. So, but yeah, like as soon as I saw this figure, I was like, the first thing I looked for was a flashlight on the leg. They've got it. I like the way they did it. There was a pistol on his leg, molded on his leg. The figure, there was a knife molded on the boot. So he's got all those accessories. This is my idea of what Classified should be. It's true to the original, but they've updated it in the right places. He's got his gun looks more normal size than the 4-inch version I had.
I like the strap. The strap's not the same color as the gun.
Right.
The little details, the little handle grip on the pistol is a little different.
Yeah. And I'll be the first to admit, the work that Hasbro puts into this line, I think is amazing. It's the logistics that make me not want to collect it.
Yeah,
it's just and their decisions
and there's that huge comment in the bottom of every little pre-order that says that it's subject to change.
Yes.
Yeah, which usually does. And honestly, the prices. I mean, I was very happy to see when these were revealed and went up for pre-orders yesterday. They were $24.99 still. Like, the Kamakura, to me, is not worth $33.99. This figure I would probably eventually get at $34, but it just, that $34 price tag for some of these figures just makes it super hard. So, so Outback is my favorite that was released for the pre-orders yesterday. Definitely got him on pre-order. And then CoverGirl. So I know you're a CoverGirl guy.
I really like this figure.
So
I think they did a fantastic job on this
I dig the wrench.
So there's actually, you couldn't see them, but there's actually 2 little smaller wrenches like on the cuffs of her gloves too.
Oh, really?
Because she's a mechanic. So this little data pad actually goes into the sleeve on her leg over here. And the way it's colored, I don't know if you can see it, but they're actually like blueprints of the Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
and the way that the colors are on is it looks like it's actually lit up like an LED screen. Like, it's really sweet. They showed it when they were doing the figure spin at the panel. I like the shotgun she comes with. She comes with the same gun, I believe, as who's the first digital reveal we showed? Rock and Roll. I think she comes with the same pistol as Rock and Roll. But hers has a silver top.
Extended barrel Daytonics, yeah.
Yeah, and she's got a silver slide. And then, that wrench. They said when they were working on the design for her, like, the wrench just got to, like, anime proportions. It just got, like, so ridiculously large, and then they, like, scaled it back down to some. Because they wanted it, like, as a nice size piece, but not ridiculously huge. It looks like it.
She's done extremely tasteful.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't have these extremely huge chests. She doesn't have. I mean, she's got that.
It's the Lady J body.
Right.
But yeah, no, you're right. I agree with that. They're doing that very well.
She's got the shape like she's
I believe that she was a cover girl on a magazine.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. She's got the shape like she was an actual cover girl, which she was in her bio.
Now, one thing that
she's just well done, man. The proportion well, and she got a nice look on the head sculpt. And
now, one of the things that not bothered me, but I was just like, why did they make that change? So for the FSS version that came out, she had the long blonde hair.
Right.
And then they kind of started drawing her up in the comics with long blonde hair. I like that they went back to the short red hair for her. So, like, more like the original action figure.
Yeah.
So, again, good update. She's got some armor on the boots, which you'd expect in a tank driver have a little more armor. But she's got the cuffed sleeves on the leather jacket. The cuffed gloves that she had, so the little fur collar. So yeah, this figure just works very well. Again, I never had the Wolverine, but I was always a fan of the character, so I put her on pre-order.
And I know of model kits in 18th and 16th scale that could be kit bashed
for Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to build missile boxes and put missiles on it and stuff, but there's tank models out there that could be kit bashed.
Yeah. So her artwork is a little more kind of.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, some of the artwork on these is really good. I mean, the artwork itself is good, but I'm not a fan of the style for it. Like
that cartoonish.
Yeah,
look.
It looks like.
We thought
it looks like
thing.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Like super deformed kind of thing,
And I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that the artist that did this, it's crappy art. Like, this is a great picture, but for what for a military toy, like, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work.
She's riding the Wolverine like it's a skateboard, for crying out loud.
Well, we thought
like it's a mini tank.
When they did the 30th and the 35th anniversaries, they did the same thing. You remember Tunnel Rat? He had Airborne.
Well, they changed.
They had the cartoon.
Yeah, but that was a different cartoon. Yeah,
but they were true to the 3 3/4 style.
Yeah, it was for the Renegades.
It was the Renegades.
Dark, yeah, right.
But the figures were the same. So her figure's the same, and
yeah,
I don't know where they're going unless that's a teaser for a cartoon coming out.
I doubt it. I doubt. No, they just hire like different artists to do the different pictures. That's why you get so many different like art styles. And I honestly think that because people were saying that they love the art of the figures on the releases that were coming out. And I think that a lot of that is why they went to this windowless packaging. Because as we talked about last week, what are all the benefits? I just don't see all the benefits there unless you put full-on artistry on the boxes like this, and it's a way for the artists to get their art out there or whatnot.
Sure.
You know, so yeah, because if you look at Marvel Legends, it's just a picture of the figure. This one, you've actually got somebody coming in and doing the artwork.
Yes. Yeah.
Which you could easily do that on. You could easily do that on the like a card back.
Sure.
So, all right. So we got 10 minutes left. We know about Serpentor. We talked about Serpentor before. He's a badass figure. Yeah, I was lucky to get 2 on pre-order.
$80.
I'm getting a better look at that air chair. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I hope it looks like that when we get it.
The dome spins. Lenny said that these come off. Basically, this is a mod deuce. So these come off. You can use it with any other figure, and they are coming up with different different ammo attachments for the guns. So you could pull them off, use different things. The rotor spins underneath his feet. There's a lot of detail in here. I know, like the snake head opens up.
You can see all the rivets. That's actually
cool.
You
can see the rivets on the stuff. So the thing that so he does have the snake that he stretched out and shot Duke in the chest with in the movie. He comes with that. That's what this guy is here. And then one of the things that I liked is he comes with these claws. He's got a short version and a long version. So it's like they're retracted or they're not retracted. I can't get these to open up. If I zoom in my computer here.
So it's almost like a Wolverine claw on his wrist.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to act.
Okay.
Which if
like
you
fangs.
look at the original figure, he had those molded on.
He did. You didn't notice because they were they were
right.
Attached.
So now they're actually like somewhat functional to the character. So, and the box art is cool. They pointed out one thing that I was like, that is pretty awesome. I'm definitely saving these boxes. Where the fuck is the box?
Now
he's cauterizing a wound on his shoulder with a hot knife up here.
Oh, he's doing the Rambo or the Commando.
And it looks like from here, it looks like he's cutting.
Commando?
But you got to go look at this on like Hasbro Pulse. Like you could see, like when you look at the
Predator.
picture,
He's doing a Predator.
Isn't it? No, Rambo took the knife and cauterized.
Oh,
the
Rambo
wound.
did. Yeah, Rambo.
You can see that the knife blade is heated up, and then his arm is just like dripping. So it's almost like he got shot, and then he's cauterizing it with the blade.
That's
so he's
sick.
Beating the crap out of Cobra Commander here. You know, obviously the fist of power. Sitting. So this picture up here in the corner is him sitting on his throne on Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial when he did it in the cartoon. Here's Baroness and Cobra Commander.
My box is definitely getting displayed.
Yeah,
for sure.
The box art for this was just phenomenal.
They did a good job.
Are these going to connect?
Yes. These
and the Mindbender
this
are
and the
gonna
Mindbender
connect?
box go together. I don't know if they like physically connect, but they were drawn together and put together by the same person.
Okay.
So that's they'll sit next to each other.
That's
real
really
nice.
cool.
So
that's a big chariot.
Yeah, it's a big.
And he has feet. That's cool. The other one didn't have feet, did it?
No.
It just sat.
Yep, it just sat on the ground and rocked a little bit. There was like a little leg back there, but it was really weak. So yeah, it's got the feet to stand on. So it's pretty sweet. But they revealed something that I wanted to get into. I was really excited to talk about.
There's another line Aaron's going to get into.
Makes me glad I'm backing out of G.I. Joe a little bit. They released the Indiana Jones line. So have you seen any of these figures yet? I think I sent you a couple pictures, right?
A couple stills.
So Indiana Jones is doing 3 lines. They're doing what's called the Adventure Series, which is going to be their 6-inch figures, like classified legends. Every single sculpt, even all the way down to the hands, every single piece on these figures is brand new. They didn't borrow anything from Legends. They didn't borrow anything from Classified. All the weapons, everything brand new for this line.
Okay.
So Indy comes with his pistol. He comes with a coiled up whip. He doesn't come with a string whip.
Well, come on.
I believe his
satchel?
His satchel comes off. You got to take the jacket off to do that. I believe the hat comes off as well. And he comes with the golden idol.
That's cool.
And he does come, I believe, with a couple sets of hands. So he's got a couple like open hands. He's got fist hands.
Oh, he does have a whip.
Oh yeah. Okay. So maybe
I hope they readjust the scale of that pistol because it just doesn't look.
It was a small pistol in the
movie.
movie.
He didn't have that big of a pistol in the movie. Yeah.
It's a 45.
Was it a 45, not a 38?
Yeah. It was a Webley 45.
So
wait, is this a Build-A-Figure?
Stop. Don't get ahead of me.
I can't. Well, we got minutes.
So, yeah. So what was revealed in the line was, I got to show you guys Tote. Tote was always my favorite. So they got Indy. They got Tote, which I didn't know his name was Arnold. Colonel Arnold Tote of the German military. They got Rene Balak, Sala, and Sala's from the scene where they were in the desert digging for the lost city.
Balake?
Balake. Take your ass down to O'Shag Hennessy's office. So I can't show you Balak and all them here because only Tote and Indy are up for pre-order. The Tote actually comes with a bare hand that has the insignia burned into it.
See, his gun's small too.
It's got the staff head piece burned into it.
Let's see. Do they have? They don't have. Okay,
That is cool.
So you got, and he's even got the pinky that stuck out too when he showed his hand.
Yes.
And look at that overcoat, dude. That is amazing. That overcoat just sitting on his shoulders like it did in the movie.
He'll be a popular figure just for the overcoat
exactly,
for other figures.
Which is why I pre-ordered him here and I'm keeping it. But they did the melted they did the melted face scene.
Dude, that is amazing.
It's amazing.
When I saw that, I was sitting out. I was sitting in my wife's aunt and uncle's backyard, and when I saw that, the guy I was sitting next to, he should have seen the guy when I said, "Holy crap, that's cool!" When the dude just kind of looked at me.
So
what's cool?
So they did all photoreal faces for these two, and they said to do this photoreal face, it took them a few tries, but and it's so realistic too, where you
could see the melting in his mouth.
Yeah, and his nose starts to melt, his eyes. They said his eyes are rolling in the back of his head, and then the glasses are actually two separate pieces, where they broke apart at the bridge.
Yeah,
and they're two separate pieces are glued onto his head. Is the detail they went into. So they got the Adventure Series line. All 5 figures of this line, it's a build an artifact set.
Okay.
And all 5 figures build the Ark of the Covenant.
Well, Aaron's
so
going to
I'm going to get all 5 of this because Raiders of the Lost Ark was always my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I need the Lost Ark of the Covenant.
There's 2 now. There's 3 coming out later.
Right.
Pre-order.
So Balak and Marion Ravenwood is the last one. And
okay.
Marion comes with the monkey. So it's when they're in Cairo and she's got the red pants and kind of the white top with the monkey. So she comes with the monkey. I don't know how all the pieces are broken down. I do know that Indy comes with the phoenixes that are on the top of the lid.
So they're doing the figures in sections that they did in 3 3/4.
Yeah.
That LJN started doing, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So and they're also releasing a retro line, which the retro line is not based off the figures that came out 10 years ago. They're actually based off of the 5-point of articulation versions that came out in 82.
The LJN figures, the actual LJN figures.
Yep. And even Indy has his spring-loaded arm for his gun.
Okay.
Is how real and the packaging looks. Now here's the one thing I wanted to point out too in the last couple minutes that we have. So apparently bubble packs are good for plastic is good for a 4-inch figure, but we can't get plastic on a 6-inch figure.
Yeah, you can't get they can make that bubble to stamp on the card, but they can't make a window.
So
hey, you know what I just did?
Now they didn't announce what
I just pre-ordered those 2 figures.
Did you?
I just did. Yeah.
So they didn't announce the rest of the line for the retro collection. They did say for the Adventure Series right now they have 25 figures already laid out. So they got maybe 5 series, I'm guessing.
Oh.
And they're probably going to be from different movies. So Holy Grail is probably going to be another one I'm going to want to get. Although I don't know what artifact they're going to do for that. It's a freaking cup.
Yeah.
So the last thing was part of the Adventure Series. They are doing the Staff of Ra headpiece life-size replica. So it'd be like Mjolnir. The
Spider-Man head,
shield. Yeah, the mask. So
I bet
from
you.
the Legends.
I bet
so
you
they got a whole line of artifacts.
I bet you the Build-A-Figure for the Holy Grail is the Knight.
The Knight. I was thinking that too. Is it a figure?
Oh, yeah.
Now they did say that for the Adventure Series they are doing build an artifact. They didn't say, but they kept referring to it as a build a series. So they could probably switch back and forth between artifacts and
people or
yeah.
something.
So,
I really don't know what artifact they would do. Maybe that stone tablet. But
unless each guy comes with a different grail and you just have to get. But the thing is, okay, well, Indy comes with the grail. I think you're right. It should be that Templar Knight. It should be the Templar Knight. Should be the build-a-figure.
I'm going to go back and rewatch those.
So, yeah, it's the first thing I did was where can I stream Indiana Jones for free? Because I don't have them on DVD.
I got to go trade my DVDs in for Blu-rays.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
I'm excited for the Indy line. The packaging looks amazing. There's no plastic on it. There's no bubbles. But
I hope they did a good job on Sala, man. I want to see what the Sala figure looks like.
I can try to find him offline. I don't think I'm going to find him on the show, but all the figures look. I'm telling you, man, they look amazing. I think they look amazing. And they're made by the group that makes the Star Wars figures.
They're even doing a raw headpiece. I'll be damned.
So yeah, so this is like and if you shine a light through it, it glows. they were showing it.
Okay.
Does it
really cool.
show a map on the floor or anything like that?
I don't know.
Now that would be neat if they could make some
yes.
sort of holographic map on the floor. That'd
Maybe
be
that's
cool
what
as
the
hell.
next build an artifact is you get to build a city and it goes with the staff of Ra.
Oh man,
piece.
how cool would that be?
That would be awesome. But that was what I was thinking when they were
Figuring
talking
out
about.
how long that stick would be, it'd be a pain in the ass. So
Yeah. When I was working on the build, I was like, well, you could build the map room. That would be cool. So so I'm excited for the Indiana Jones line. I was glad that I was caught those reveals.
So you could get the Han Solo Endor. You could get Indiana Jones. You can. You get
That's the
Limitless.
thing too that I thought was cool.
Harrison
Was
Ford figures.
the guy made a very strict point that they went back and redid all the head molds for Harrison Ford. They
That's
didn't
cool.
just do the stuff from Star Wars.
That's really cool. Good
So.
for them.
All right, a day late, but we'll be back next week
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and hopefully,
Back on time.
hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. Within 2 weeks, we will start our video series.
Awesome.
Nice.
See ya.
See you guys.
Check you later, people.
Autobots, roll out.